Yeah. So in your model, when I saw, it was like from these portions. I hope you are able to see, no? This not. So from these portions, maybe I will lessen this. So from these portions, you have created the inset. Inset tool is there. You have used that inset tool to grow that is to duplicate the polygons and make a finger. Yeah, yeah. So that way also we can do. It's actually a nice way. But another way is though the another way, second way is a bit difficult, but still it's worth it because you will have these gaps. These gaps are very important in the between the fingers. So, so for those gaps, now we'll have edges and all, because from there the edges will start and then you will continue till the palm. So those things also need a knife. So in that case, we'll be like adding using the knife tool. We'll be adding, and then we'll start extruding. Like that, we'll be doing. Yeah, yeah. So let's go to the modeling now. Ah, ah, yeah. That is also one way. That is what you were doing is, it's half human, half cartoonic. Two character also is there. So that for that we can do. It will be actually nice when we do like that. Know what you have done. That is also nice actually, because for cartoonic characters it should not be so organic. It should not. So it should have like little character of how the robotics fingers will be there. It will be little readable. We can understand those mesh flow and all, or the shapes. So like that. Yeah. System. Yeah. That is also there. Yeah, that is also there. One second. Right. So in this we are going to from this we are going to develop a model. Right. So till this, that is, did you finish the breast portion? All that did you just? Uh, okay. So whenever you have time, no, just you can even breast part. You can even just do that breast part only. Like that you can do. So that no, that will get cleared. Yeah. That is one way of understanding. This modeling is just about understanding, because tools are what just duplicate, insert, extrusion. All these things. Only few number of tools are there, and other supporting tools are there. So yeah, only the understanding of shapes will help actually, and understanding is one part of the learning. Another learning is like how to bring that using those vertices, edges, and faces, because we have these restrictions when we are duplicating something. For okay, these vertices, should I use these vertices for making this shape or this shape, upper or lower? Which one I should use these vertices for? If I add more vertices, then what will happen? I will lose the control. So I should have minimal number of edges. At the same time, I should try to achieve the framework also, the main shape also. I should try to achieve. So that is where the challenge is. If it is like clay, no, we can just add some more clay, some bit of clay, and add some shape. But this is not like clay actually. It is like it is made up of lines and vertices. It is like using wire, plastic wire or something, no, small thin wires. Using that, you have to build a model. Then how it will be, how difficult it will be, like that. Yeah. So it comes by practice, and you have achieved it. That is first lesson, second lesson you are able to achieve. So definitely you will achieve it. No, it's not an issue. Right. So I'm going to use the now, as I told you, that is, yeah, I'm in the front view now. So I'm showing you the arm. This is forearm and this is palm. Okay, right. So now what is the next step? Once after we model till the forearm wrist part, then we are going to extrude from that wrist portion to palm. Okay, it is then when we extrude it, it is showing up like this. It has come. It has resulted into whatever the shape what we are seeing now. So now, how to make fingers out of it? If it's going to be like some one more extrusion, no, we don't have to worry about. If it is just going to be like this, then I don't have to worry about adding points and whereabouts of the addition of points and all. I don't have to worry. But in this case here, it is like the parts we are going to add or extrude will have some particular location. It should have gaps. So where and all I should add edges, where I should not, like that. So those things are all coming up. So okay, now let's see with this simple palm shape what we can do to um, grow the fingers from it, right? So here, so 4 fingers are going to develop from this or grow from this. So to grow 4 fingers, we need 4 faces. Whether it is going to be circular faces or hexagonal or square, whatever it is, but at least 4 faces minimum we need for them, right? So let's create those or subdivide those 4 faces, right? So to do that, we have to first count how much already is available. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 are there. Below also 1, 2, 3, 4. I can just select and show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, below 4 edges. They are not loops. I don't want to call them loops. It is just some number of edges. So 4 sets of edges are there. Then on the top, on the top also we have 4 edges. Right. So we can just when we see this in X-ray, we can see those 4 set of edges, and the below also 4 set of edges. So we need to add and rearrange the spacing of those edges. Right. Now let me add. So if I add, that is connect these upper 4 edges and lower 4 edges. No, you see how many. That is squares we are getting in this, what we are seeing as single face. How much we can subdivide, we are going to see that. Okay, let me connect like this. Enter. Let me connect this one to this one. Enter. Okay. So only I am getting only 3 subdivisions. So those 3 subdivisions are not enough, and it should not be in this shape also. Okay. So So first let me draw a new, create a new knife edges. I press K in the keyboard and then draw from here. Let me start it. So from here like this, right, from the top, right. So here also you want to draw the bottom, right. So the bottom we have drawn, the top also we have drawn, right. Now let's go into, okay, till here let's add it, till the wrist let's add it, okay. Here also let's add it. Right. Now if I connect it, I will get 4 subdivisions. Okay. But is that enough? No, it is not enough. Now we are going to rearrange the edge, set of edges. How? Because one square is going to be smaller, because for uh, little finger, last finger, it should be smaller. The square should be smaller. Subdivision, last subdivision face should be smaller. So for that, I am going to rearrange the lines. Press double G and then rearrange it. This is already okay, and this one also okay, I feel. Right. So right. Now let's go to top, and then for the thumb to extend, for the thumb to extend, we need to little uh, bring these vertices, this shape little projected, so that we will have space for thumb. Okay, this top and bottom. This also I will select. Right. Press GG. So from here only I am going to, that is from here I am going to extrude the thumb finger, right. So now we are going to work on the these 4 fingers only, not on the thumb finger. Okay, so let's connect them, but we have to make it a bit small actually. Let's go to switch on the proportional editing and select this one, and then press S and Z to scale it down like this, slightly, not much. Okay, fine. Here also we will do that. Here also we are going to do that, but just we will stop with doing it a bit. That's it. That is enough. Not more than that. Because once we add more points, we will have clarity to how much to move and all. So for now, I'm just moving a bit, slightly, to the with the vertices, how much ever we have, what shape can be done. Only that much we are moving. We are trying to bring the shapes, not more than that. Right. And also, this slanting is needed. Like this kind of slanting is needed. Yeah, yeah. Then here, from here, it will come like this. Uh, so like this, or like this, it will come. So let's delete this. This one little, and move it in x-axis backwards. Fine. And this one is slightly x-axis backwards. This one little forwards. Now I think these set of edges we have to rearrange. Let's move it like this. Let's move it. So here and all will later adjust. For now, I'm not touching those areas. Right. So I'm going to use the knife tool and then connect the upper and lower regions vertices, right? Now we have to do one thing. What it is here we actually scale. That is in front profile. We felt these portions should be tapered a bit. That is, it should not look so wider and broader. So for that we actually worked. Right. Now when I go to side profile like this, I am seeing this this face should be squeezed a bit where in this region. So let me go to face mode and then press SZ and then squeeze a bit like this. Okay, fine. Then let me rotate a bit in X axis or X and then rotating it like this. Fine. Now these set of edges I have to still more I have to rearrange them. That is spacing them. Here we have to bring it like this. Okay, fine. Okay, somewhat we have got a decent set of edges with its spacing. Okay, I'll go to side view and then move it a bit like this. Fine. Right. Now we have done till this level. Okay, fine. Let's go to top view and just check it. Okay, whether it is. Let's tweak a bit actually. This one, let it come like this. Okay. And then we are going bit by bit. Okay. We are not rushing so that we don't have to suffer once after we add subdivisions or multi-resolution or anything, or making further shapes and all, we need not work on that. So in the beginning itself, whatever shape we have already done, we are reworking on the same shape again and again, just examining whether this shape, whatever I have done, to whatever extent the vertices I have moved and placed, whether it's correct or not, should I do anything more, like that we are just examining and we are thinking many times before going for next shape, making the next shape, right? So now this one I feel it is okay. Now this areas I will just adjust. I'm using the vertex slide. Fine. And one more thing is these lines also, let's rotate it slightly, R and then Z, slightly rotated like this. Yeah. And this one is already rotated. If we want, we can rotate a bit more. So let me compensate the shape. Okay. This one also we should rotate a bit. Right. Now if I go to, now you can see it is just equally distributed faces, that is edges, not faces, edges, equally distributed faces. That is, the faces which are there are almost having equal sizes, not though averagely equal. So once after attaining this kind of shape, then we are going to just test it by selecting these faces and then trying to extrude from it uh, separately. That is Alt E and then individual faces like this. When I do that, you can see what is happening. It's looking like this. It is looking like as if we have made these fingers out of some paper or something like that, or some cardboard. When we cut, it will look square, straight lines like that. So now we are learning. Yeah. It should not be squares. They should be made at least hexagonal in that shape. So let's make it hexagonal. Now I'm going to subdivide these things. I'm selecting this face and right click subdivide. You can see it is nicely showing the there is extra vertices are 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it is octagonal. But actually before that I have to add, that is before doing this subdivision, I want to add these gaps. As I told you, gaps are needed. That is the advantage of these kind of bonding, the process we are actually following. So let me use the knife tool again and create the gap faces. Press K and then from here only I will do. Later I will extend those edges like this. Right. Now here also. Right. Now let's switch to face mode and just check whether there are any double edges or double vertices added to, should not be there actually. So for that we are going selecting the faces and checking it uh, and pressing G and then trying to move it. Yeah, it's okay. This also I'm just trying to move. It's okay. Yeah, okay. Fine. So now there is um, face mode. Now we are going to do the subdividing. So for these faces we can do subdivide just by right click and then we can attain this shape. But for these faces, this one and this one, we cannot do like that. If I do this, see what is happening. It will add some vertices but but not the actual subdivisions like what we are expecting. So what we should do is, I should manually using the knife tool have to create the subdivision. This let's connect here also. Right. Now let's go to vertex mode and then select these 4 vertices. Okay, before that I have to extend this. So let me extend this a bit. You can go up till here also, it's not a problem, but I don't want to spend time on it, it's okay. Maybe you will be able to understand better if I do that. It is for arm and forearm. We don't need these many uh, set of edges actually, but we have to extrude from the wrist and then try to make palm and then fingers and all. Then we come to know, okay, the set of edges what I had for arm and forearm is not enough for making fingers, like that we realize. So we are using the knife tool and adding more lines. Then when we are adding, we have the question inside our mind that what about the continuity of these set of edges? Should it travel till the neck or can it end with the wrist itself? That is a question. I feel it need not end till the neck. It can stop with the um, wrist itself. Actually. Only when it comes to rigging and texturing, generally consider that these there may pop up some issues because of these discontinuous edges, but it is not so. If you do the rigging and try to animate it, that is try to move it, rotate it and all, after putting the bones and weights modification and all, you will come to know, okay, it's not spoiling the shape, it's okay only, like it will feel. So to have discontinuous edges is not an issue actually. You can just straight go here, but I want a particular design. The edges should flow on the this part what we have this palm region. And that's why I'm going to the next edge and then marking the vertex and then only I'm going to the another edge. So one by one I'm adding the edge. So now let's Let's just check whether it is okay or not. So, okay. Now we are going to make it as much as possible to rounded shape. So let's go to transform to the point and change it to median point, and then scale it down. Before this, doing this scaling down of these four side vertices and trying to make it a circular or near to circle, we have to add a set of edges, that is edge loop here also, that is, so that below the shape below this edge loop will not get spoiled by changing the shape of these regions where from these fingers has to grow from. So let me select those four side vertices and then press S and then make it smaller. Okay. And then this one also we have to make it smaller. It is like what we are getting is oval shape only, not completely a circle, a proper circle we are not able to get. Because if I try to bring it to proper circle, I can easily do that. I will just go to edge mode and then select all these edges and then um, mesh transform to sphere. I can do that. I can make it a circle like this, but I don't want to do that. I want to slowly attain this shape. I don't want to do go hurry burry. So to whatever vertices we have, only to that level we should try to make the shape, not beyond that. We should not try to attain the maximum shape with this. A minimal or medium level framework we should achieve, then we can slowly attain the final shape or advanced shape, the proper shape. Okay, I think I may not tweak it more and stop with this one. Fine. Let's see it. Okay. It is looking like, it should look like as if when the four fingers are cut in our palm, how the surface would look like. That shape it should look like. Okay, I think we have attained that shape. Now let's switch to face mode and then select the portfolio. So if you see the
You
top,
just
it
tell
will,
that
one
current may
second,
go.
one second, one second. Now what I am going to do is this wherever there is these origin edge loops, we have to scale it a bit. In the beginning we had to make it a bit small, but now after extruding the fingers, we can make those origin edge loops bigger. Let's go to edge mode and then select the edge loops. Now I'm going to make it bigger. So let's check it is in individual origins, local. Press yes and then scale it. And if you want, you can, oh sorry, here I didn't connect, you forgot to connect here. Without connecting it, we should not do the scaling part. So let's connect it and then check whether all are connected. Then only we should go for the scaling. Until all are connected. Selection also we should check. Now let's do the scaling. Now if you want, we can little slide the edge and place it. Press double G and then slightly move it upwards. So now just go to front view and then have a check. So these places, that is, we have to work on the fingers. Before that, we are just glancing at the this transition from the palm shape to the fingers shape. So you can see here it is getting lowered, slopey. Here also it is getting slopey. So which part should be more slopey and which part should look like with parabol, that is like a cliff rising and then again lowering, like that kind of shape. So I feel it should be on the top, that is it should go like a mountain, like you see here it should go like this. May not be to this level, but still almost like this kind of a protruding shape in the top it should be. So let's try to achieve that shape. Let's go to vertex or edges and select this only top portions of the finger origins, top edges, this. Yeah. So let's go to front viewport and then switch on the proportion editing 0 and then press G. This much influence is not needed, so let me lessen the influence. Okay. Slightly increase and see. Increase. And this is okay. So in the down, the slope can be there. Even that has to be minimized, yes, but later we can do. Maybe little we can work on that. Press S and then Z. Make it a bit flatter, and then press G and then Z, and then bring it upwards, increase the in these places we have to adjust. So if you see these side shapes are bit very primitive. It's not, it's looking like either it will look like too spherical or cubical. So we should work not here in this stage. Those details we should work once after we apply the shade, or that is multi-resolution, right click and then make it smooth shade, or once after that only we should conclude, okay, this, because here in the flat shaded mode it will look sharp and then cubical or some particular primitive shape only. It won't look like an organic shape. So here itself we should not decide whether to move these vertices wherever it is. So let's leave it here with whatever it is now. Let's not go into the details of these shapes. These things and all we have to make it flat, but using the sculpt we can do that, or using the proportion editing at least we can do that, but later only, not now. So right now we are going to focus on the fingers. So here it should be gradually tapering, shrinking. So here itself it is looking like shrink. So let me make it a bit bigger, and this place should become smaller. Right. Now this guy should be, the length of this little finger should be smaller. So let's select these edges and then press W, switch on the 3D cursor and place it. Now we can scale it down. Switch to 3D cursor in the transform pivot point and then press S and then X and then make it smaller. Okay, we want, let's go to front view and then press EN. I want to move this 3D cursor a bit lower, so press, go to the view, side tab view, and in the location, 3D cursor location Z, bring it lower. I think 1.2 is okay. And let's go to top view again and then make it smaller slightly, and then scale it in y-axis also. We can make it, making it thinner but um, the proportionality and influence should be smaller. Okay. Only these places we have to adjust. These small adjustments we will have to do. So here also this just need to scale it up a bit. Let's change it to visual origins and then scale it up a bit. This one and this one should be smaller. Let's change the flow of this mesh flow in the fingers. This also we can make it a bit smaller. Later we can adjust the ratio of the fingers and palm based on the size of the arm and forearm. But for now, with whatever view we are in, we are trying to adjust the fingers, size of the fingers. Let's check the ratio how it looks. Okay. Okay, done. Right. So before adding edge loops, we have to correct these places where there will be articulation points. There is, we will be drawing from here to here the skeletons. Here one bone, here one bone, here one bone, like that for every finger. So here this is an articulation point, this is also an articulation point. Here in those articulation point it should not be, this down part should be little smaller and shrink. So let's achieve it. Like this, and then go to front view and then move it up. Okay. And this also we have to do the same thing. But before that we have to add in between edges. So we are going to add that. Let's add, only for this pointing finger, let's add in between edge loops. From the top, those edge loops should be shrink, that is, press S and then Y, it should look like this. And then in the front view, they should look like this. Okay. Now let's add double edge loops here. The same thing we have to do for the rest of the fingers. Selecting these three newly added edge loops and then scaling down from the top in y-axis, like this, shrinking it, and then go to the perspective, or because in this case it is, the finger is in the middle, so in the front view we cannot see that. So we have to go to the perspective and then we have to bring them down slightly, z-axis, then go to vertex mode and then bring only those vertices, selected vertices downwards a bit, and this side vertices also we can bring. Okay. It may look actually bit fatty in fingers. Once you apply multi-resolution and subdivision and all, no, it becomes sleek and slender. So um, in the flat shaded mode, with less number of vertices, we should try to make it not too slender and sleek. It should have some broadness in it. So it will get compensated when we add multi-resolution and subdivisions and all. So let's do the same thing here also. It will bring this up because these are articulation points. These portions we should add points in between points. Right. Now select those points and then from the top press Y and shrink it. Now go to the and that is now we have to move it a bit downwards. G, Z, and then move downwards slightly downwards. So go to vertex mode and then select those newly added vertices, down point vertices, and bring it downwards. Slightly. Yes. Now these things also we have to take those vertices upwards. Okay. For this one also we have to do the same thing. This G and then this also. This one should be brought up so that we get articulation points. Right. Now let's add the in between edges. Pull these vertices a bit downwards. Remember, these are the edge loops we actually shrink from the top. Okay, we didn't shrink it, so let's shrink it. Yes. In y-axis we are shrinking it from the top view. Now let's again try to improve it if anything is too much. If the shape is having any dent or too much bulging, all that we have to adjust. So I feel this finger is having a bit more bulging, so let's adjust it. Overall I want to do this changes. That is, I want to scale it, make it thin. Selected from the top view all the edges. Let's go to face mode only. So all the faces I have selected for this particular finger, and then press S and then Y, and this I am doing. Okay. Let me move it in the same Y axis. Now this also we should do the same thing. This one is okay, I think. It's slightly smaller. Okay. And this one also. Right. So now overall the entire palm we can slightly shrink. I think these are all shape adjustments we have to do, because we are not having any image and then we are trying to extrude the polygons. So we are missing the ratios. So we have to a little adjust, try to adapt the shape. Like that we have to do many tweaks, adjustments on that. So I'm selecting this palm area. Right. Now I want to shrink it. Slightly I have shrunk it. Now so let's now work on the. It is I will add the in between. There is double edge loops I will add wherever the double edge loops are needed. So little we have to adjust the length also again. Slightly. This pointing finger can be a bit lesser in length. Right now, let's make the thumb finger. Here we have to adjust these edges. Either we can adjust like this, or we can actually rotate it from here. R, Z, and then press G, G, double G, and then G. Now let's go to face mode and select faces. And we should see from which faces, which are all the faces we should try to extrude it. I feel this is okay. These 4 set of faces we should extrude from for the thumb finger. Before that, let's save it. Save incremental. And then press E. And then do the free movement like this. It may look a bit square now, and the shape is not good actually. So let's go to press this. We are going to scale it flat a bit. Press S and then Y like this, and then going to make it a bit circular. So let's go to mesh, transform, sphere. We have to work manually also. Press this, and then it's that, make it smaller. And go to top view, make it more smaller, and then rotate it in Z axis like this, and then select these top and down edges and make it smaller in normal, transform orientation normal, and then individual origins, press yes, and then in x-axis you can see here, when I switch on this one, this side is x-axis, so let's scale down in x-axis like this. Fine. Now let's arrange the mesh flow. It should not be like this slanting a lot. So let's make it proper. R, Z, this, press G, bring it down, freely move it. So we are basically trying to make it a bit circular. Go to top view, and then move other vertices also accordingly. See, these vertices are like jamming, colliding with the extrusion. So let's move it like this and keep it. Now let's again make it, try to make it a bit circular. It's working. Yeah, it's okay. Actually, this place also we can make it a bit circular. Actually, this place or this place. But okay, for now, don't do that. Now I am in normal transform orientation. Now I am scaling it natural. Z. Yeah. Natural. Now we can make it smaller. Press G and then move it. Rotate it. Okay. Now these areas we should adjust to the vertex mode, and then switch on the motion editing. Okay. So this one we should rotate it. Let's go to rotation and switch to local. Visual origins are okay. We should rotate and then adjust it. This one we should make them thinner. These places we should make them thinner. Okay, try to adjust it. Randomly we have to adjust it. Okay. So this is the basic shape of the finger. Here and on we should do the tapering, which it is so wide and broad. So those places we have to add more vertex and then we can change them. So I added the edge loop, and then let me try to make it slightly spherical and then scale it down. And then press GG and then slide it in down. So we are basically adjusting the vertices whichever went wrong or not aligning with the flow of the shape. Right. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to we can work on the palm again, because we'll start our refining work from the palm again. So on the top it is somewhat okay, except for these places. I think this one we can bit raise high, this one by one. And so this one too, this a bit raise it. So this place we were already talking about. So now we are going to touch this place. Let's go to edge move and then move it upwards and then inside. This bottom part of the palm also we have to work on. paste mode. Then just make it flat. Then we can think about the ups and downs, down shapes existing inside the bottom. So just make it flat for now. See if there is any unnecessary phases are selected. It's not there. Okay. So now we can make it flatter. Press S and then Z. Make it flatter like this. And then make it slightly dent. So G and then down. I think we have to make it more flatter. Fine. Move it down. Then it's possible to rotate also in X. I'm sorry, in Y. Like this. Again, bring it down. Let's check the ratio is as per the arm and forearm and hands, how it is looking. Maybe slightly we can increase the size of the palm, entire palm ratio. This one we will have to make it smaller. Let's save the file first. The 3D cursor here and then let's make it with thinner. Okay. Now select the entire palm, and as we told, we are going to make it bigger. Slightly bigger. Yeah, this I feel okay. Let's work on this part. I want to squeeze this part a bit. I'm selecting it. Yes, and then scale in y-axis. Okay, change the orientation to individual objects and then do it. Press scale in y-axis a bit. Okay. Press G and then Y. Okay. That is okay. Now, right. Now here we have to develop the nails on that. So before that, let's just see whether if we can make it a bit roundish in the in these edges. So let's go to vertex mode and select these middle ones, middle vertices, and then Control B. Go to bevel settings, and then same thing what we did. 103 for the width, and then shape is 0.1, 0.2. Okay. Okay, we need not use this. Instead, we can delete the vertices, and then let's make it face and then extrude it only. Let's make it slightly spherical, and then we can extrude. Yeah, okay, is enough. Now let's fill the space, fill the face. Now let's go to top. Then little extrude and place it little further, farther. Extrude, escape, and then press G, and then do this. Yeah. So now we need to create the nails. For this space also we will do the same thing. Extrude and then make it smaller. So here we will have to add double edges. Then scale it up. Now add here in betweens, and then what we did for these in betweens, that is this one. it got stuck. So these middle edges, what we did, same thing we have to do for this one also. So let's select this one and then switch to normal orientation and then individual origins and then press yes and then scale it the y-axis. Then go to shrink it in the z-axis. Okay, I may not shrink it, everything like this only. Only here we will have to create the bulge. Go to top view and create the bulge. So this can be actually a bit slanting. So R and this it will be. So maybe this pointing finger width ratio can be a little broader. We must do these tweakings, otherwise after adding the vertices or doing applying subdivision or multi-res, you should not suffer. So before itself we should work on the framework of the shape. Fine. So here it is looking too bulgy, these fingers. So let's scale it in this direction, scale it down in this direction. Go to top view, select. I think these last finger is okay. Only this point, middle finger and the ring finger we have to scale it in the z-axis. These in-betweens we have to work separately. For now we will work on the finger, press S and then Z axis, scale it down. Okay. So these, from the side view also we have to arrange these things. So now when you see this from the side view, it will look like as if this in this direction. Yes. So this is the shape we want. Now this also we can tweak actually. So these edges are making problems, so let's make it closer. Same thing we have to do for this one also. Once in the beginning we can do it exaggeratedly, then we can reduce the size. Okay, now let's focus on the gaps. So from here we have to scale the gaps using the edges. We have to bring them down. Press G and then Z. This should be in individual origins, okay, and then scale them down like this. Do the same thing for down also. since we can adjust. So we have to create a nail for this. So for that, we have to set the ratio. If nail is going to be till here, we have to change the ratio. Let's just add and see. For this, press E, escape, and then G, and then Z, extrude it. First, let's keep it like this. It won't be, in the final, it won't be protruded like this. We have to, we'll be spreading it. But for now, we'll just slightly extrude and see it. Yeah, okay. This is, when we look it from the top view, this is okay. I think it's going to become small a bit. So let's go to local and then individual organs, then scale it down. Okay, and then move it in y-axis, sorry, move it in x-axis. Okay, now these edges or vertices, we have to move it a bit down. And then go to face mode, select these faces. Okay, before that we have to add the in-between knife edges. Now we are going to actually select these faces. Then extrude it as if it is a nail. Like this. And then scale it down. This and scale from the top view also. Now we have to again arrange the edges, like go to edge mode and then okay, this and these edges also. We can just make it inside, bring it inside. This more closer to reduce the the width of that is the thickness of the nail. We are doing this. Okay, so like this we have made a nail. And for this thumb also we have to create a nail. Okay, so we have to manually add more edges here. Okay, like this. So these faces we have to select. Then we can make like how we did for the figures. Press E and then escape. Take top view, press G and then extrude. Slightly extrude and keep it a bit away from the figure. And this is from the original place. Yeah. Now let's scale it down. Go to edge mode. And then bring it closer to the nail using edge slide. Then the face mode and then extrude it. And scale it down. These things we have to adjust. Okay, so we have done that is basic shape of the palm and fingers. So in the next class Yeah, next session we'll be looking at the leg part, thighs and uh, legs, lower leg, and then the feet. Okay, so tomorrow office is working for you tomorrow. Okay, 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 right, right. Okay, I don't want to take much of your time. Okay, so once I upload this, I will send this video. Huh? Right, right. Okay, okay, Shashi, thanks for attending. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.